So I'm going to help you on the creating box plots Google Slides activity. So starting with the first one here, so you're going to use your data set that's listed up here. So you're going to make sure your numbers are in order from least to greatest first. So for this first one, they already are. And so the first thing you're going to fill in is your lower extreme, which is the smallest number in your data set. So for our data set here, our smallest number is 1. So you can write 1 first. And then your upper extreme is the largest value in our data set. So here that'd be 7 then. And then to find the range, that's your upper extreme minus the lower extreme. So 7 minus 1. So that will give you 6 then for your range. And then to find your median, so since your numbers are in order, so that's where you're crossing off your largest and smallest, and you're figuring out which number's in the middle. So you can cross off the 1 and the 7 to start, and then the 2 and the 6, and the 3 and the 5. So your 4 will be right in the middle. So 4 will be your median then. And then for the lower quartile, so I'm going to put a line in there to help. So for your lower quartile, so we found our median 4. That's going to split your data set in half. So you have 3 numbers that are less than your median of 4. The 1, 2, and 3, you're going to find your median for these 3 numbers here. So pretty much you'll find the middle number of those 3. So between these 3 numbers, 1, 2, 3, your middle number, the median for those 3 numbers will be 2 then. So that'd be your lower quartile. So it's like the median for the lower half of your data set. And the upper quartile would be the median for the upper half of your data set. So you have these 3 numbers that are greater than 4. So the number that's right in the middle there would be the 6. Your upper quartile will be 6 there. And the inner quartile range, that's your upper quartile minus the lower quartile. So you figured out our upper quartile 6, and then your lower quartile is 2. So you can do 6 minus 2. So that'd be 4 then. And then when you draw this here, I'm going to do the box part of it first. So for the box, it'll start at your lower quartile, which is 2, and then end at your upper quartile, which is 6. So you can drag this over because you know the start of the box will be at 2. And then you'll have to drag the end of the box over to stop at 6 here then. And then these endpoints, the points here, they'll go to your lower and upper extreme. So pretty much the lowest and highest values in your data set. So for us, there are 1 and 7 there. So you can drag one of these to 1, and then your other point will be at 7. And then you're going to stretch out your whiskers to be the right size because they should start at your lower and upper extreme and then go to the box. Sometimes you'll have to make them bigger and sometimes you can shorten them. So it should stop here. So you can shorten this here then. And then you can do the same thing with the other whisker down here. So it should start at your upper extreme and then stop at the box then. And then you can shorten this because it's just supposed to start after the box there. So it looks something like that for the 2 whiskers. And then this line number should be at your median, which we found out was 4. So you can drag this over to 4 then. And that's what it would look like there. So you have hold on, I shouldn't went over too far. You have your lower extreme, your smallest value in your data set, and then your box starts at your lower quartile there, and then your median's on the inside of the box, and then your upper quartiles at the end of the box, and then your endpoint will be your upper extreme, the 7 there. And then I'll help you with the next one too. For this one, you're going to have to put your data set in order to start. Okay, so your smallest number there is 2. I'm just listing these in order to help. And then your next number would be 5. And then 13, 16, and then 19, and then 20, and then 25. And you can check and make sure you didn't miss a number by accident. And there's 7 numbers up there, and then I have 7 there, so So you'll put them in order first, and then so you can find your lower extremes. That's your smallest value in your data set. So for us, our smallest value in the data set here was 2. So that'd be 2. And then your upper extremes, the largest value in your data set. So your largest value for these would be 25. And the range, so that'll be your upper extreme minus the lower extreme. So 25 minus 2 then. So that'll give you 23. And then you can find your median next, which remember is your middle number. So you can cross out the largest and smallest and work your way to the center. So you'll cross out the 2 and the 25, the 5 and the 20, and then the 13 and the 19 next, which means the 16 will be right in the middle. And then we can find the lower quartile here. So you have 3 numbers that are less than your median. So yeah, your median, the 16 will split it right in half. So you'll have 3 numbers that are less than the median. So you'll find your median for the lower half of your data with the 2, 5, and 13. So your median for that set of data would be 5 then, because that's right in the middle there. And then you can do the same thing for the upper quartile, which would be the median for your upper half of data with these 3 there. So your median for those 3 numbers would be 20 then. And for the inner quartile range, that's your upper quartile minus the lower quartile. So 20 minus 5. So that'd be 15. And then you can draw your box plot next. So I would do the box first. So it'll start at your lower quartile and then end at your upper quartile. So it'll start at 5 and go to 20. And then these are going up by 2. So it's going to start between the 4 and the 5 then, because it starts at 5 and then it'll end at 20. So you can stretch out the end of the box to the 20. And then you can drag your endpoints to be at your lower and the upper extreme. So one of these will be at 2, and then your other one will be at 25 then. And then you can drag the whiskers over. So just remember, you may have to shorten them because they should start at your endpoint here and then stop at the box. That'll be one of them. And then you can do the same thing with your other whisker down here. And then you can shorten this because it's supposed to start after. And then your line will be at the median inside the box, which is 16. So 16. So you can drag this over here. And it's okay that your median's not right in the center of the box, and this whisker is bigger than that, and that's just fine. And remember, each section represents 25%. It's like 25% will be in this whisker, and then 25% will be in from your here to your median here, and then 25 from your median to the upper quartile, and then 25% for the last whisker. So there's the second one, and then you'll do the same thing with the others there.